So I've gone and bought a Wii U gamepad, and this is how it's arrived. In a Ziploc bag, wrapped in a towel. Not my preferred method for sending electronics, but hey. So let's rip in and see what it's like. Alright. Now, this one cost me $50. These things are getting a bit harder to find on their own. It was untested, I believe, so... look at that. Cracked screen. Get a closer look at the damage here. When you try and turn it on and the backlight lights up, you can absolutely see that this bad boy has suffered some blunt force trauma right there. That is a real shame, because couldn't see that when it wasn't turned on. So it's taken some sort of knock, and even a mark on the digitizer there too. So we're going to need to replace both of them. So let's rip this open. First time ever opening a Wii U gamepad. Sure, it couldn't be too difficult, right? We'll take the battery cover off first. Let's see what the battery's like in here. I know a Wii U Pro controller, it uses a 3DS battery. I don't think that'll be the case with this. It looks a bit too big for that, but I thought that was kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, looks like a proprietary battery specially made for that Wii U gamepad. And there seems to be some little instructions there on how to take it out. Couldn't be too difficult, right? Unplug and pull out. Even if I did do it in the wrong order. That says number 2. And number 1 was to pull on it. Or maybe it's... yeah, I don't know. That's strange. Either way, battery's out. Let's get these little screw cover thingamabobbies off. There's quite a few of them around. We do have some paint-like substance stuck to our shell there. Have to get that off too, but yeah, for now, let's get these screw covers off. Get the screws out so we can see what it's like inside. I mean, the fact that it turns on is promising. I've got all those screw covers off. I took that rubber piece off too, thinking there might be a screw behind that, but there wasn't, so don't take that off. I'll have to put that back in soon. Like most Nintendo things here, we are using a tri-wing screwdriver. So we'll get those screws out. And hopefully it just pops off. Usually there's some sort of connector holding the back plate to the actual board. And it definitely feels like there is again. There we go. Wii off. One of the buttons for that too. So, first impressions of the actual board itself. Neat. It looks good. No bugs. No corrosion. No prior repair attempt by the look of things. So I'm hopeful here. Let's get everything disconnected so we can get this board out, and then make our way to the meat and potatoes of this repair, the screen and the digitizer. There we go. It's only 4 screws holding it in. It's nice and easy. The other side looks good too. Still no corrosion or anything like that. Now to get this grey mid-frame looking thing out of the way. Again, this is only 4 screws. Nothing too extreme. I think as long as all of our cables are out of the way, it should lift straight up. Yeehaw. Whack that to the side for now. I assume there's going to be some sort of adhesive holding this screen digitizer bezel in. I'll push on it from the front. Well, that came out easy as. There's either minimal adhesive or it's old and worn. The only thing we need to keep off this screen is this bezel here for the digitizer to the frame of the pad, and it's grubby as hell. We have a serious amount of gamer gunk here. There's that scratch, all the other scratches you can see there. So that's why we're replacing that digitizer. Inside there, yeah, we got some more build up all through the edge. Try and give it a quick little clean now and see the difference. That's just a rag with dishwashing liquid and water on it. You can see an immediate difference there. We can see a disgusting orange colour all over our rag. This is going all hard and crusty. My favourite. Look at that. Flaking away. Eek. It does clean up. It cleans up alright. So, as long as we clean that black bezel piece, the rest can go in the bin. I'm not keeping that. Busted screen, not worth it. Let's get this bezel off. Just using my little spudgery pry thing. If you were keeping the digitizer, you wouldn't need to do that. But they are held on by adhesive, so you know, if for whatever reason, if you're trying to get it off a bit easier, a little bit of heat on it would help that. Didn't need to. I'm not keeping the digitizer. Look at that scratch in it. I'll give this a bit more of a clean before we whack it back in, and I think we can start the reassembly process. I'm just going to drop that in first, and then drop the digitizer on top of that, and then drop the screen in on top of that. Sounds easy. As long as I don't get any dust in the way, I think it will be straightforward. The new digitizer. Do the satisfying peely thing. Wasn't as satisfying, it was a bit stuttery. Anyway, we'll drop that in, leaving the back plasticky piece on for now, so to minimize dust and fingerprints on it at the moment. Once it's in place and we have the screen ready to drop in, I'm going to peel that back piece off. It's really trying to minimize dust and dog hair. Got a bit of dog hair around here. Got fluffy doggy. Don't want any of that in there. Seems to fit all right. Get ready. Peel the corner up. Get it all out of the way. Drop the screen in. Ugh, tweezers. Move. That one peeled off way nicer. Make sure we don't have any cables in the way. Drop it in. No dust, no specks, no hairs. I'm happy with that. Click it into place. And reverse order, here we go. Bingo! Look at that. Looks good. I'm happy with that. Now it's just a case of, I think I'll put the back cover back on so that battery's held in place, and then we'll test it. Before we put that back cover on, we've got to deal with the gamer gunk situation again. The crusties. It's definitely the worst part about getting second-hand consoles. The amount of cleaning of other people's goop. You don't have to do that to this whole thing, so I'll get that done, and then we'll see if we can get it connected to the TV. I do have a Wii U, which, you know, it's one I bought back when they launched. It served me well. It was a good console. I thought it was a bit of fun. So we'll hook it up to that one and make sure that all the buttons and everything works before we screw everything back in. The cover's not quite on right, but it'll do the trick to hold this battery in place properly, while we can function with all our buttons and triggers and everything. And we'll get the Wii U going. Next one. Maybe we won't get the Wii U going. It's definitely on. It's definitely on. There she is. Definitely not getting any signal from the actual Wii U unit itself, so that's a bit of a bummer. I haven't used it for a while. I didn't realise it shit the bed. So let's see if we can try and sync to it anyway, because I can't remember what the syncing process is like on these. And now I'm going to have to try and figure out what's wrong with my dearly beloved Wii U. Hit the sync button on here. See if we get any action. See if we can do it. Sync button on there. I can't see the output on the TV, so this is probably as far as we go with this one, but hey, I'm pretty hopeful that everything else is going to work on this thing. So once I get the Wii U sorted, I'm going to have 2 gamepads for it. So happy days. I'd like to say this is good. To be confirmed though. I'll let you know in the future. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.